Hello again, welcome back to TCM Connections. In this short video I'm going to talk about my method of learning acupuncture points, herbs and formulas using the rule of three. Now, using this simple diagram, I've understood that my brain works best if it, for any knowledge area, it is capable of processing three learning elements from that particular area. So for example, with herbs, it can process the herb name, the functions and indications, and what the herb looks like. Any more than that, such as the channel that it belongs to, the contraindications, it's too much for my brain to handle. So I want to park that, leave that aside for later. Same as for acupuncture points. My brain can process the point name in English and in Pinyin, the functions, indications, and the point location. Any more than that, the brain, or my brain, just can't handle it and fails to remember anything. So I'll show you what I mean using Airtable in a minute, but if I move on to the area of learning formulas and TCM diseases, the same applies. For a herbal formula, I can handle the brain can handle the herbal formula name, the functions and indications, and the ingredients of that formula. Any more than that, the brain is too distracted and it fails to remember anything. From a TCM disease point of view, it can my brain can process the disease name, the functions and indications, I should say, or signs and symptoms, and the suitable formula for that particular disease. Any more than that, and the brain just, in a way, shuts down. Now, if I use Airtable as an example, you'll see that in, let's say, herbs, you'll see that I've presented, or I've curated the information for my brain to process: the name, what the herb looks like, and the functions and indications. Same for the points. Three areas: name, actions and indications, and the location. So I don't want to include the other info because I just want my brain to learn this for now. And you'll see with Airtable, it allows me to shift between the pieces of information and the views very quickly. So it's very helpful for my brain to keep that flow. When it comes to formulas, I've done a very similar thing. I've probably got a bit too many columns in this case, but when I'm reviewing it, I'm only interested in the name, the functions, and the herb quantities. Just three areas. And what the herbs look like. So I have to be careful about over flooding the brain, because when it happens, it fails to remember anything. Okay. In terms of the TCM diseases, again, I want to focus on the TCM pattern, the signs and symptoms, and the formula that is appropriate for that TCM disease. And again, I can shift the views very quickly, allowing my brain to keep that flow. Okay, so finally, in terms of some final tips to keep the brain focused, only learn points that you are likely to apply in clinic, and only learn formulas that you are likely to apply in clinic. This helps your brain consolidate and not be too overburdened or overrun by too much information. Do not start to memorize herbs and points that aren't covered in the first 2 points, because again, You want your brain to stay focused on what you're trying to memorize and not let it be overwhelmed. Okay, and the final point, number 4, is apply the 3-second rule for flow, which is covered in my other video about the 3-second rule, so you may want to check that out. Anyway, I hope that helps. Once you become a member, there will be more detailed video tutorials on things like this, and looking forward to seeing you in the group. Thanks again for watching. Bye.